Please open. And there is something else also. I'll tell you data interaction and data transaction. There is a separate one. And then we will do the cases. So let us learn about the most important one. 268 is already highlighted for you. You need to do it mandate. So this is how you can access your database servers. Okay. This is must for you all. If you learn this one, rest of the other labs you can do. Otherwise, you can't do. Otherwise, you can't do. So let us learn about this, start this lab. So what you are going to do in this lab demonstrate of somehow commonly database and table operation. We will learn about how to create a database, the first one, creation, and also use the show statement of the available database. So we already understood both these things, and also how to basically change the name of the database to alter the structure of the table. So we will also learn about how to create the table also along with database. We'll also learn about how to create a table. Tables are the part of your database. You can have multiple tables in a database. So the tables are having the what we call as the rows and columns. The rows and columns. Rows are called as the fields, and the columns are called columns are called as the fields. The rows are called as the data. So you will be learning about how to create the table, and then we will also learn about how to alter the table name, and also how to delete the database and also the table. So we don't add any data to the tables, only we will learn the basics at this point. Is this clear, the objective of this lab? Anyone who didn't understand what we need to do?
Yes, sir.
Right? So the idea behind this lab is that how you can create your DB server and how to access the DB server, create database and tables. That is the first lab. And then later on, we will also focus on the fundamentals of certain other things also. One by one, we are going to learn. So this lab creates a server for you, which is called as a command host. So within that, you have even MySQL already installed in that particular server. You need not install anything. You need to access. See, but for this, you need to know about this Linux very well. Linux, because this is hosted only on Linux server. So once your your lab is ready, you can connect using your putty, and then you can also start your MySQL. So once your MySQL, I'll also show you how to start your MySQL. And then once your MySQL is started, we will learn about how to create database and show the database and also create the tables, and then how to alter the tables, and of course, delete. Drop is nothing but delete. Delete the table and the database. Is this clear? The given things?
Yes, sir.
So what we need to create is that the database name is called as the world. We need to create a database name world. In that, we need to create two tables. One is country, the other is city. So these two tables we need to create. And then we will try to alter, and of course, the data, the table structure, the table columns are also given in the bottom. So let us learn doing that. So once this is done, okay, you can connect using Sessions Manager or using putty. Sessions Manager or putty. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So my lab is not yet over. Not yet ready. I'll also transmit these notes to you very soon. Because this is a server which should also have database. So I hope this should be ready. The lab is started. So if anyone's lab is ready, just let me know. So you have to task. Yeah, here it's already there, table creation. So for country, this is the structure which is there. This is the type of code, character 3, and it's defined as null. Name is character 3, 52, and null. Maybe something is there here. So we will not see, if I tell you like this, you will just do a copy paste and then the table will be created. We will learn something manually. We will learn something manually once the table is done. So this is for country, and only one table is created. This country. Yeah, my lab is ready. I just open my lab. You can go to EC2 dashboard.
Sir, we have to connect using putty.
Yeah, but before that you need to go to EC2, right? You can connect using sessions manager or putty. Anything is okay. I'll show you both. So I'm just exploring that there is an instance here already created for you. Within that instance, it is a Linux server which contains your MySQL installed. So there is a command host. You can see that the security groups, yeah, there is port 22 also opened. There is port 22 also opened. So you can connect using what we call as putty. Just copy this particular one, 35 dot, and download the key. The key in AWS details, you will get the key, PPK. Yeah. So I just show you how to connect using this putty. Run. Refused or key.
Same, it is coming. Sir, my also same response is coming.
Okay, let me check whether there is any key here or not. There is no key attached to this. You see this one? There is no key attached. So the only way where you can connect now is using sessions manager. Only way, that's all. There is no key associated now. I think earlier there was the key which was there, but now it's not there in this lab. Okay. Don't connect using putty. It doesn't work because the key is not associated to the server. So once you see this dollar prompt, okay, perfect. So what do you need to do? Go to the workbench. I mean, this particular one, the instructions. Yeah, run this following 3 commands. So here, what does this indicate? Sudo su. You are becoming a super user. You are going to the home EC2 user in this directory. And this is the syntax which we use. MySQL, which will connect you to the MySQL. -u is the username is called as a root, and -- password. The password for this particular database server is reStart with columns, everything. Just copy this one. Don't do anything manually here. In the systems manager, just say paste. Yeah, you are connected to the database server. If you get the MariaDB, you are connected. I'm waiting at this point. If anyone is unable to, please let me know. If you have done so, please let me know.
Connected, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, Bhavya. Yes. Yeah, so everyone done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you see this MariaDB prompt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before jumping, this completes our task 1. Before jumping into this particular one, you can just say show database. Show database. You can always run a command called as, whether you type it in small or caps, no matter. So you can say databases. Type. Okay, don't copy paste. If you are doing that, if you have already done earlier, it is okay. So you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 databases which are there already pre. Forget about all those things. So we are going to create a database. We are going to create a database called as the test DB. Create this one using this command. Let us learn something before doing copy pasting all this. Create a database called as test DB. Test DB. Create database. You can say test DB and say always with a semicolon. In your database, you need to provide a semicolon to provide the end of the command or a string. End. Otherwise, it will not accept. It will not accept. This database will not accept that the submission will not be taken. So once you say that, yes, query okay, one row affected. You can use up arrow to see the previous command and say show database, whether the database is existing or not. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Everyone. So let us create a table. Let us create a table from this. Don't use this one. Let us create a table. So a small table. You see this database, so and so. So create a table. So how do you create a table? Using create table. We are creating a table called as customers. We are going to create a table called as customers. Please do that. So I'm leaving this one as it is. Please do that. So you have the following fields. One is called as the ID. The other one is called as the name. The other one is age. Okay. Address, salary. That's all these things. So ID is integer. You all know that integer. You can define that. You can mention that integer, like numerical value. Name is a varchar. The size is 20. Not null. Means that you cannot leave it blank. That's the meaning. So age is an integer. Okay. Age is an integer. You define that. So address is a character. With a 25 means whatever you write in bracket in 25 means maximum size allocated. That is 25 characters which you can address character. So yeah, and then yeah.
Sir, for the query create table customers, it has to be test.table, db.table.
You can do in two methods. I'll tell you. One is that, see, you are already show database, right? You can say use test DB, right? And say press enter. So use
DB is enough.
Capital DB.
okay, capital DB. Should be exactly, otherwise it won't work. Test DB. Yeah. You can see this one. If you have selected this, the use command basically selects the database. I have selected this test DB, and you can see that this is the table name which is already existing. Now you can say create table.
Okay, sir.
Right? This is first method. Second method is that you can define the database name dot table name. Both ways you can do.
Okay, sir.
Right? So I'm just explaining about how to create a table. So here the salary is the fifth field. You are defining as a decimal, which includes your decimal characters also, like 10,000 rupees, 25 paisa. So 10,000 will be your 5 characters, and your maybe the 2 characters means the decimal, which is included. So this is the definition. Primary key ID you may not be really used now. Primary key is your ID. This is the one. This one will be a primary key. We will learn later primary key. You can just remove this particular line. Rest all these things. Once you see here, you have started with a bracket. You have to close the bracket. at the end. Every line or every field is separated with a column, a comma. So I will just write for you all. Please do this. So create table customers bracket until unless I say enter. See, the only bad thing is that we don't have CLS command in this. We don't have CLS. Okay. So create already. I hope you have already into the table. So create. You can say customers. This is the table name. Otherwise, you can write from the beginning like testdb.customers. Testdb.customers. If you are specific in creating this table, create table customer. Sorry, table is written. Table is missing. So you need to specify whether you are creating database or table. This is table customers and space. Start the bracket. Okay. This is line means continuation. It has not taken the end. So you can define this particular one ID as integer. If you write not null means that field should be given, otherwise nothing. So ID is the first one, integer. So you can say ID, you can say define this particular one as integer and say comma, enter. I have not defined not null. If you want, you can define. So here the next one is name, which is varchar 20. Name, you can define the field name as name. Okay, you can define as varchar as 20 and say comma. The third one, what is the third one? Age as integer, address as character 25. Age as integer and address as varchar 25 and say comma. What is the next one? Salary as decimal. Salary, this is the last one. As decimal. Okay. You can specify as how much? 10, 10,2. 18,2. You can say 10,2. Nothing well, nothing. 18 is a very big number. So out of 10, you are giving 2 for decimal.
Sir,
That's all.
SQL is not case sensitive, sir.
No, this is not case sensitive.
Okay, sir.
Whether you write in small or big, it doesn't bother. But the statements, whatever you write, are defined. Only the things, data types are not case sensitive. Data types and commands are not case sensitive. Right? So I think
Yes, sir.
end of it. This is end of it. I'll say close the bracket and say terminate. The string semicolon closes. Check the manual.
They given a comma sir, before brace.
Where is that?
Comma sir, you have given before brace, closing brace.
Oh, okay. The last part. So here, there is a comma here, right?
Yeah, primary key. So you haven't defined that.
I think here comma is not required. I think last.
Yes sir.
Side decimal 10,2.
Because it's waiting for a next one, which is there. Yeah, it has created. So only thing, please remember the last. Only if you are having more columns or fields, you can give commas, otherwise no. So this completes the table. You can say show tables, show tables. You can see that there is a customer table is there. So if you are already in test.db, then this one will show. If you are not in test.db, suppose I just quit, exit. I just quit. I'm using once again MySQL, logged in. Fine. Show databases. Show databases. You can understand that there is test.db. You can say, if you want, you can use, otherwise you can say show, tables. For test.db. Use test.db. Okay, and say show tables. Yeah, this is how the customer's table is there. So next is that you want to see what is the data type. You can say describe the table name. So you have this customer as customers, right? Sorry, the table name as customers. DESC is the shortcut for describe. You can say customers. So you can also use tab to autofill. So it will tell you this is how the structure is. Understood till now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So we'll also add maybe one or two records, one or two rows. Yeah, here, you please write at least one. Okay, I'm copying here, but I'm not pasting in the chat box. Write it. So insert into customers ID name so and so with values 1 comma. See, 1 is nothing but ID. Ramesh is name. 32 is age. Ahmedabad is address. And 2000 rupees is the salary. You can add more like that, 2, 3, 4 like that. Is this clear? Please write at least 1 or 2. I'll wait. No problem. If you are getting insert into customers, don't use like this. In my case, it is a small customers. Yeah, it has affected. So if you are using customer small, you write only the small one only. If you are using this words fields in caps, use caps and enter values. So this particular one, commands or any table data, doesn't matter anything. No, table data. Table data is case sensitive, means whatever you write, it will come through. So insert, this is the syntax. So you can add maybe 1 or 2 more things which are there. So at least one or two, please. You give whatever is the value. It's not mandate that you need to give only 2000, 1500, etc.
Added, sir.
Okay. Done, everyone. At
Yes,
least
sir.
one or two records. One or two records will be excellent. So now you want to view your records which you have added, your rows, whatever the rows based on the fields which you have created. So for that, we have a command called as select. Select. You can say select. You want to say all means asterisk means all the fields. Otherwise, you need to define the fields. Field ID, field name, field age, field address, field salary. That is all asterisk, wildcard. Select asterisk from, what is the database name? Customers. Customers. You should see records like this, all the records.
Got it, sir.
Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Enough, I think, enough. So we learned about how to create a database. We also learned about how to create a table. We also learned about how to insert data inside the database. And also we learned about how to view the data records inside your table. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you want to delete the table, what you can do? Alter. I think that we can learn here. Altering the data tables as well as your tables, database, we will learn here. So what you can do now is that let us create a different database called as world. So just create as per this, what we call as the selection. So I have created. If you want, you can say show databases. So you see this, there is a database called as world. Okay. You can add a table. World.country. There is a world.country. Country is the table name. Create table. World is your database. So I have not selected anything. I think if you say use, it should come out. Use world. Yeah. So I'm using the database. Earlier it was in testDB. Just change that. Otherwise, it will create the database table in the testDB. So now let me create the table. You can say paste. So it has created the table. It has created. If you say, if you get the result query okay, the command has executed properly. Done, everyone?
Done, sir.
This one.
Yes, sir.
So as per the exercise, we have created this world database. And we have listed. We also created a table. Yeah, you can see that. So you can say show tables. And see that whether all the tables are there or not. There is one table called as country. Show tables. You should see country. Okay. And if you want to see all the columns, you can say show columns from world.country. World is your database. So if you are already into world, no need to give world. But as a general syntax, you can give world.country. You should see all the columns and the structure. See here, I have not written, but my expectation is that if you can write it also, that way you will better learn. But if you start writing, the entire half an hour will be taken only for this writing. That is the reason why I have given a different one for you. You can also practice all these things.
Sir, actually, we are new to this session, sir. So it is a little bit difficult to chase you.
Yeah.
We are trying it as
Are you
I am trying it
are
as
you not a computer science graduate?
no, sir. No, I'm an electrical.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
please.
I also suggest you one more thing. There is a website called W3 Schools for all the non-technical, I mean non-database people. Go to this W3 Schools. Go to this W3 Schools, and here you see this. What is this? MySQL. MySQL. Okay. Try to learn. Everything is here. You can learn everything within 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours, especially to the level. So MySQL, you can see this particular one, introduction he has given. This is home. This is the first page. Self-learning, very easy to learn. Very easy to learn. He explained you, select asterisk from customers, you get it, MySQL. So there is a small introduction, what is MySQL and all these things will be there. You can easily understand all these things, what we have spoken. See, whatever I have spoken, we have gone in a very structured way. We have not hurried also. I asked each and every component. Okay. So my suggestion is that please go through all these things. It is expected that you should know. We are not learning programming in this course. We are only just learning fundamentals. So your support is highly appreciated. So these are all the things which I had made. I explained RDBMS, tables, what is table, what is relational database. Please go through all these things. And here also, if you want to practice also, here it is there. So MySQL select. So select, he has given the syntax, he has given the command, like this you will get. You can also try yourself. You can also say, try yourself. Then automatically, he has given the statement here. You can run this command here and you will see the result. You will see the result. Is this clear? Like this. You can write on your own. You can write on your own, select customer name, city, country from customers, or select asterisk from customers. You will see all the records. You can change this one. You can change this one and run, which we had run, customers only. Okay. Select asterisk from customers. Run this SQL. You will see the complete records are there. Is this clear? Ramchandra and others who are non-technical.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I'll share this particular one. Please practice. Please practice. Several things are there. See, not all the things can be taught in the class. Not all the things. And most importantly, especially MySQL, Aurora, see how to connect to this database server. All these things we have already discussed. Please go through that. So this is one area where it will be very, very helpful for you. So for especially the entry level who are zero into this particular one, this is highly appreciated. This is W3 Schools. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Especially for the members who are not at all aware. But still you can practice all these things. See now here, there is one column in this sphere. You see this one column called as continent. Do you see that any spelling mistake is there?
Yes.
There is a spelling mistake, right? Continents. How do we spell that?
CONTI.
CONTI.
There should be.
Continent.
There is an error. You want to alter this. You want to change this one, alteration. So how do we alter this one? There is a command called as alter table, world.country, rename column, new old one to new one. Is this clear? Alter table, world.country, world is your database, country is your table name, rename column, the old one to new one. Okay. So for the first timers who is learning, I suggest them to write rather than copy paste. Okay. If you say that, what will happen? It will change the name from continent to continent. So you can see this now. It has changed. Changed. Yes or no? Okay. So now you can say show columns. This is the 19th one. You should see the column. Yes or no? Done,
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. Now there is a challenge for you all. A challenge. Create a table name called as city and add 2 columns called as. She is asking the table with the name called as city, and you have to create. Sorry, don't open this one unless you are really required. So a column called as name and region. Both columns should use character data. Can you create?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Help me.
Yes, sir.
Create
So create table,
table.
city,
Okay. City. Yeah. Space.
Parenthesis.
Yeah. Bracket.
Name,
Name. Character.
character,
Character 52.
character 20,
Okay. Character 20. He didn't specify, but you can define anything. What else?
region,
region,
Region.
Region.
And
Character.
character
20.
20.
30. Okay. That's all, right? You mentioned.
yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay.
The bracket.
I close once again and say semicolon.
Semicolon.
That's all. That's all. It is created. So you can say show tables. Is there? So world dot. What is that? City, right? Yeah, you can see there are name and region. Name and region with character 20, 30. That is your challenge. Yeah. He has given 52 and 26. That's okay. That's okay. He didn't define anything. Now let us learn about how to create this table. So drop is the syntax. Drop table world dot city. Drop. So we have created just now. We will delete this. Drop. What is that? Table. City. So the table is now totally deleted. You can list this one. Where is that? Show tables. You have only one table now. Only country. The city has been deleted. Show tables. So he is asking you to drop the tables and drop the database finally. So write a query to drop the country table. How do we do that?
Drop table countries.
Drop table.
country,
COUNTRY. It's gone. If you say show tables, nothing is there. So finally, we have deleted the tables. You can also drop the database world. Drop the database world. How to do that? Drop
Database. Words.
world. World is small or capital? World. WORLD. It's done. the database is deleted. If you say show databases, you should not see this word database. No, it's not there. You can remove off the test DB also. Similar way. So we learned about create, show, alter, and drop in this lab. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First lab, basically we learned about how to connect to the DB server from your what we call as systems manager. How to connect and how to access. And also we learned about the basics, fundamentals about how to create a database and how to create a table. Also altering also we did table. And also earlier we have added some records. Okay, insert. And then we also learned about how to view the records. I mean the records, the rows.